YouTube, Intuitive Edge. Today is June 28th, 2018. And hasn't this been an incredible week of news? There's been so much going on. I'd like to delve into some of it. So the first thing I want to look at, let's take a look at the future of the SCOTUS, Supreme Court of the United States. We're going to look at 3 specific questions. And I've already shuffled up the cards. I just need to cut the deck. So let's get started. All right, so give me just a moment here. So the future of the Supreme Court of the United States, given that Justice Kennedy submitted his resignation, or I guess retirement request. He's stepping down from the court effective the end of July. So what will, obviously President Trump will be submitting his next appointment for review and approval. So will Trump's next appointment to the Supreme Court be confirmed? Wow, we have the Tower card. Now, this tells me, and as it seems kind of obvious, but this is going to be a very contentious issue. I don't know that necessarily it will be the person being proposed that's going to cause a contention, but the fact that there's a vacancy is causing angst. And this is going to be a really contentious issue. It's going to bring a lot of people out of the woodwork. People are going to feel vulnerable, confused, upset, and feeling utter, just the chaos of the moment. We'll see what other cards come up on this, but having the Tower tells me it's going to be a very volatile issue surrounding the next nominee to the court. And I don't know if, like I said, I'll wait till I see what the next cards are to get a better read on that person, but it's going to be a real contentious issue. This question is the future for Ruth Bader Ginsberg. That's another question on the court. She's quite elderly and she's very frail, and some have speculated that for years that she would be, one of the next ones to be leaving the court. So my question is, will she be leaving the court this year or before the end of the year? Interesting, we have the Ace of Pentacles, this new beginning, and there's like a stall or some sort of stall with it, not happening quite yet. So I don't know, she's just going to hang on till the bitter end or what, but I don't know that. We'll see what else comes through, if it has anything that causes this to feel a little differently, but this feels like she's hanging on to her spot for now. Okay, next, this is for the outcome for the court. How will these coming changes affect the court? Now, this is interesting. This is kind of a card of when it's upright, it's a card of being careful not to take risk, and being careful with I guess upsetting the balance. And this is this is putting some flux or some risk into the balance of the court. So it does feel like there's going to be some changes or some shifting in the coming months and years for the court. Okay, back to this other question: will Trump's next appointment be confirmed? This is a builder's card. This is a positive card of laying the groundwork for something, bringing something that it's like the image of a farmer planting seeds and he's cultivating. So but this is what I call the builder's card. It's planning, putting things together, building. It's on top of that volatile energy of just kind of destruction. And So I think there's some groundwork to build something with that next appointment. We'll see what the next card says on that one. On this question here, the future for Ruth Bader Ginsburg, will she be leaving the court this year before the end of the year? Now, this is a card of putting hard work, putting something together, working on something. And again, with that other card on top of that ace that had this feeling of not wanting to go anywhere, I get this feeling of like working hard or continuing to work. So I don't know what's in store for her. I still get this feeling of like digging in her heels or hanging on. So we'll see what happens with her. Outcome for the court of ultimately. So on top of that card of like being careful with risk, this is a card of being also being careful with a kind of a tricky, volatile situation. I would imagine that the president needs to be very careful with his picks, but there's this element of needing to there does feel to be some change with it though. But change doesn't happen like all at once. It needs to be kind of eased in. So there needs to be some just some caution with it, with how the court is going to change, but it does feel like it is going to be shifting somewhat. So as far as now, interesting, as far as the next appointment being confirmed, with that volatile energy and then the building on top of it, building things up, putting a plan together and putting it in motion, which is a positive card. We also have another very positive card on the Star. It does feel like this next appointment will get through eventually. It may take some time. I don't, like I said, I do think there's going to be some contention and pushback around getting this person confirmed. But it does feel like it will eventually work out. I'm wondering if it's a woman. It might be a female. It's funny. I see a prominent man coming forward. He's got dark hair. But I also feel a feminine energy coming forward. So I don't know if maybe a man and a woman will eventually come into the court on Trump's watch. That could be. But I'm feeling a feminine energy too. I'm seeing a guy, but I'm feeling a feminine energy, which is interesting. So we'll see what happens with that. Okay, so on this next one, the future for Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Let's see what the next card has to say. Chariot. Wow. All right. This is a very strong card of moving forward, charging full speed ahead. It's like hanging on to the reins. I don't know if she's like really not wanting to go anywhere at this point. Like she's gonna just cling to it. I get just like this sense of, working on something, working towards something. Yeah, she probably won't go without a fight. If somebody was to encourage her, hey, you should retire. I don't think that's in her mind right now at all. I think she's really hanging on. Okay, all right. Outcome for the court. How will these changes affect the court? All right, I get this card a lot with President Trump. It does feel like there's going to be a shift on the court coming up under Trump's watch. Okay, I feel a reversal. There's a reversal. There's an important reversal on the court that's going to come up. Now, I don't know if that's a previous decision that they're going to overturn, but I saw that there's like that wheel in the middle, like spun reversed. I saw this and I heard reversal. So I feel like the court is going to take a step, move a step in a different direction, probably a little more to the right, but more importantly, I think they're going to go back and review some previous decisions, and there's a reversal. There's a reversal coming, and it may be sooner than later. This is probably something that they may be looking at in the next, I don't know, 6 months. There's going to be an overturning, a reversal of an important issue. And I think it's going to either involve the president, or the president will be on board or happy with that reversal. But yeah, that's going to be a big change. And that may have been what this being careful and this taking risk, but this ultimate shift and change. And the King of Pentacles is a strong energy of a strong forward energy on that as well. But look for a big reversal on the court coming up sooner than later. I don't think this is years down the road. This one's coming up. Underneath it all, we have the Ten of Pentacles. This is a positive card. Tens are about completion. It feels like, okay, interesting. Interesting on the split. I feel like there's been this split on the court, with Kennedy often being the swing vote. He's been a little more conservative on the court, but he's also kind of sided with the both sides at different times. He's kind of been that middle person. This feels like they're like that split, like there's not going to be, like that split is not going to be as pronounced. The split may, I'm just trying to tune into what I'm feeling on it. It just feels like that split isn't going to be as pronounced. So, these 5-4 decisions, we may not get those 5-4s. It may be, 6-3, 7-2 kind of decisions. That split down the middle feels like it's changing. It's shifting. Okay, it's going to be shifting. Okay, all right, I'm going to leave that here. Thanks for watching. I got some other videos to do because there's been a lot in the news. So I'll be doing a few more videos tonight, and hopefully we'll get those uploaded as well. I hope you're doing well. Thanks for stopping by my channel. We'll see you next time. Intuitive Edge signing out. Bye-bye.